Brainstorming sessions require a little structure and a little planning to yield the biggest and best results. Brian Cole Miller outlines 10 key steps in his book titled Quick Brainstorming Activities for Busy Managers. Let's go through these in more depth together. And keep in mind, most of these steps are still valuable if you're going to be ideating individually. The first step is to be clear on the purpose of the session. Set a goal and keep it straightforward. The second step is about inviting those who care enough to participate. Source a diverse group of individuals to support your brainstorming session. Consider outsiders and anyone who can bring a uniquely different perspective to the session. Keep the group small enough to manage, ideally under 15 people. The third step requires you to develop a focus question. Essentially, this is a method for reframing the purpose of your session, that goal, into a question so that there's actionable outcomes when you ask it. The fourth step is about creating the right environment. Whether you're doing this alone or as a team, develop a comfortable and relaxed space. You may consider changing the venue or adjusting the ambiance of the room. Provide yourself or your team with a couple of toys or objects that you can fidget with. You'll also need to source the supplies required based on the technique that you select. The fifth step is all about warming up. An icebreaker helps unlock creative barriers. And in group settings, it helps everyone become more familiar and trusting. Nothing cheesy, just something simple and effective. If you're going to be brainstorming alone, this is still an important step. Find a mental exercise that works for you. Anything to detach and shift into a new headspace. Step 6 requires that you review the rules of brainstorming. Print them out and make sure they're well understood. Determine how long you'll run the session for and clarify what happens if the rules aren't followed. Step 7 requires selecting the appropriate technique and working through the instructions of that activity. Step 8 means maintaining energy and keeping the ideas flowing. Do let the train run off course if it's meaningful, but don't let it get so off course you lose the goal of the meeting. Keep that focus right where it needs to be. When you reach step 9, you've generated your ideas. From here, you need to collectively prioritize the list. What are the clear winners? Which need further exploration? And how will you approach that? And finally, agree on the next steps. Do you need to share the findings? Is there an immediately actionable item? Don't end your brainstorming session until you're clear on what happens next. As free-form as ideation is, structure is important. So take your time as you go about setting up your next brainstorming session.